So beautiful beings. There was, after doing my last video not so long ago, a few things in addition to that, and this is going to be a little bit of a ramble now. So the longer version of that. So we've had equinox this week on the Monday, the 20th, the balance of night and day. So bringing in that balance, and in reflection to our soul tribe. Just finding that balance of giving and receiving, and then that was the other thing that I was reflecting on, was really about the giving and the receiving, and how our souls just resonate with each other. That electromagnetic field of the heart that extends outwards, and when we find those energies and connect with those energies with people, I do feel there's so much more going on with that. So, you know, when people are vibrating at a higher frequency, as the Earth's also frequency is vibrating more at a higher rate. So I do feel as we are ascending and awakening, so our hearts, our souls, our beings, our physical beings are literally vibrating at a lot of a higher frequency. And that's where we find that soul tribe. That's where we connect. That's we're suddenly like this union with this friend of mine that I haven't seen for 4 years. I'd only met briefly, literally 4 years ago, on a bus coming from Victoria Falls. And he stayed for a few days from Austria and then went back. And we've kept in touch here and there, but coming back through this time and just recognizing that, you know, there is that attraction. And I said in my last video, I said there's no agenda. And it's important that of not having an agenda. There's nothing hidden. There's nothing that's secretive, and there's no expectation in that. There's no, I need you to do something for me. It's just a beautiful sharing of this beautiful energy. I'm just looking at my notes here. Oh, and within that, yes. So when there is love, there is no fear. And I love that expression of when, and I've used it a couple of times in therapy and in sessions, and recently this week again. But that beautiful quote which says, fear came knocking on the door, love answered, no one was there. So it's very simply like, when there is love, there is no fear, and we're leaving that fear behind. We've lived in a fear-generated world now for such a long period of time, and it's time we move away from that fear. So another thing around that, and I was just reflecting a little bit recently about identity as well, and with that identity, identity comes with that fear as well. So this world and the people that seem to think that they govern this world have been placing fear into our beings for a long time. And that fear only creates more and more separation. And on that note of separation, we are separated through our belief systems, our religions, our skin color, anything that people can place an agenda on something creates that separation. So without naming anything, just watch what the agenda is. Look at that agenda. And sometimes that agenda, even within our own sexuality, is creating that separation, even down to the fact that you're a man, you're a woman, and you're boy, girl, you know, pink, blue, whatever it might be, but just recognizing that all of that creates separation. And through separation comes fear. And when there is fear, there is no vulnerability, and through great vulnerability is great strength at the same time. So looking at that identity is understanding that there is that separation with identity. So around that, Also finding, like a lot of people wanting to claim something around what makes them different, what creates their identity with their very being, um, and labeling themselves as a way of finding their place in the world. Um, and I'm just very cautious of that. I'm just very cautious of how we start to create more and more labels, and with those labels creates more and more separation. So identity, as we all know, is ego. So how we identify ourselves in this world is something that I feel we really need to work at letting go and dropping and releasing. I am this, I am that, and simply just being. So beloved ones, really in reflection of that, finding a way of dropping identity, dropping separation, dropping this need to feel the need to have something to hold on to. And once we let go of this, I really truly believe that we will be able to move on to a world which is more peaceful, more loving, more giving, more sharing, more open-hearted, um, and that beautiful expression in India, which I truly, truly love, and I think I've mentioned this before, is greeting another, namaste. Namaste. The soul in me sees the soul in you, and that's just simple. It's not like I see your color of your hair, your religion, or anything else, just simply namaste. So, beloved ones, I see you. I always trying to understand another and understand where another's coming from, and facing that fear of letting go of identity. So sending so much love, honor, respect, no judgment, and just simply extending my heart to yours. So much love.